Hey, welcome back to iAllegedly. I'm Dan. I've got a good one for you today because Home Depot just raised the red flag and they got a serious problem. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. You know, Home Depot just released their numbers and they were great. Sales were up 1.2%. Isn't that great? Fantastic. Only problem was same store sales are off 2.6%. And they said this is the problem. This is a huge, huge problem. And what they're seeing is that people are spending less money on big ticket items. Now, here's something about Home Depot that we assumed but we didn't know. And that was that AI is playing a massive role right now in Home Depot's stores and future and everything. Buying patterns, traffic patterns, everything inside the stores are completely monitored and kept track of, and what's selling better, what is not selling. But what's not selling is the large improvements. People are not spending money to go out and finance big home improvements right now. They are doing knick-knack, ticky-tack little things right now. Buying a pint of paint instead of a gallon of paint. They are not selling the large amounts of paints. Paintbrush kits and things like that are not moving like they used to. They're just not selling. This is a huge problem because it's showing that the consumer is tapped out. Now, Home Depot is screaming for interest rates to be cut because if interest rates get cut, people will be able to finance more, projects and bigger projects. Guys, I am telling you, same thing we've talked about earlier. If you lower interest rates a quarter of a point, 1%, is that going to make people spend more money that fast? No, it's not. Now, I researched this and went to Lowe's. Well, Lowe's is even worse. Lowe's calls it a do-it-yourself drought right now. This is the summer. This is the time that people fix up their houses. Now, I reached out to half a dozen contractors and people for this video just to prove a point. And the problem that you're having right now, I just don't want to get hit in the back of the head by this guy that just put one in the water. But the problem that you have right now is that Lowe's is seeing that people are not spending money, and it is a bigger problem than Home Depot. Their sales, same store sales, are off 5.2%, over 5%. That's measurable, guys. That's measurable. Yeah, sales are up, prices are up. Now, they're blaming tariffs on both sides, Home Depot and Lowe's, but they also admit, wait a second, only 50% of the items are not, created domestically. So half the items in the store could be subject to tariffs. The other halves are not. The other half is not. So you can't use this right now. You can, maybe a year from now, you can say, oh, tariffs really killed us. But it's too early to say this. You can complain. You can be Ford and GM and do the exact same thing, but it's too early to do this. Now, the problem with the home improvement industry is it's getting clobbered right now because the consumer is tapped. Reaching out to these contractors, I did a myriad of people, everywhere from the handyman who just says people want to do the minimal job right now. It's not fix the gate, paint my front door. It's none of that stuff. It's fix the gate. I don't have the money to paint the gate right now. They're seeing that. The contractor that does garage doors, what can you do to fix this door? Now think about this, guys. Your garage door doesn't have an unlimited life to it. It goes up and down every day. Car goes in and out. Things bump into it. The track gets messed up. It wears out over time. What can I do to get rid of that sound? What can we do to repair this now? What can we do to not buy a new door, railings, the motor? Can you fix the motor? Man, I can't fix the motor. The motor's hidden inside there. It's, 15 years old. It's way out of warranty right now. Okay, we'll see what we can do. People are putting that off. Painting contractor that told me that people are doing crazy things that he saw in 2008 and 2009. Can you paint the front of my house just so it looks better? Not the whole house, just the front, so that cosmetically the neighbors think the house got painted. Now, guy did this for somebody. The neighbor down the street wanted it done. And he said, well, the problem with that is you're on a corner lot. You're side of your house is visible too. If I paint it white on the front, you're gonna have that blue on the side. Oh, gosh, I just don't wanna do that right now. That's how cheap people are getting. They're hiring people for less. The room addition guy, people aren't doing room additions right now. They're putting off big projects like that. Permitting is a huge problem here in California. It's not just the Palisades and the Eaton Fire and Altadena and stuff. It is everywhere that permits are a headache. So what are they doing? The guy's having to do other things, other work, patio covers and things like that in addition to the room additions that are not selling. So seeing this more and more and more right now, guys. But here's the problem with this is that, again, it is a drought. They're talking in the do-it-yourself space. Talking to real estate agents, went to an open house the other day in my neighborhood and talking to an agent I said, hey, are you seeing people that are selling their houses and they're spending a lot of money to fix it up? I said, Dan, a year and a half ago, people would say, I don't care what it costs, get your guys out here, paint this place, carpet, do everything. There is a house in the neighborhood that's sitting on the market right now because the place has 30-year-old floors. Instead of throwing a rug there, they don't want to spend the money to put a rug down. They're spending nothing to doing this. And this is the sign of the times. People are strapped and tapped out. It's that simple. So we're seeing this more and more and more. But the Home Depot red flag, that's a big deal. The Lowe's thing, that's a big deal. I hate these stores because they used to be fantastic. They used to be helpful. They used to go in there and they would walk you through everything. You could talk to experts, retired people. They gave their employees stock options and it made people rich. My sister's ex-husband, his dad, who recently passed away, was a nice guy, but 25 years ago, this guy worked at Home Depot and got stock options and made a boatload of money and just could not wait to go to work every day and help people and was just a guy they had to kick out because he was there so much. That's done, guys. It's not, no, I don't know this department, sir. I'm nuts and bolts. I'm hardware. That's what I know. It's ridiculous. Now, a couple things. Home Depot is getting sued right now because they're collecting biometric data. Now, we talked about this. We know artificial intelligence is everywhere. When you walk into a store, the good ones have cameras. Let's face it, guys. You want security systems out there. You want it so that regardless of wherever you're at inside that store, you're getting filmed, right? Doesn't that make sense? Well, only one problem with Home Depot is they're collecting biometric data and keeping our facial recognition to compare it to your purchases and to things like that. There's a man named Benjamin Jankowski who is out suing Home Depot and wants to get class action status. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is gonna go far because guys like me are like, I don't want you to collect my biometric data. I was in Home Depot this week buying plants and stuff and using the self-checkout. And they collected all my facial recognition. I don't want that. I didn't approve that. Now, state by state by state, it's different. Here in California, being Kookaburraville, they've got to, announce things. But in Illinois, you have to basically have written consent. So this is a problem, guys. And they're going to get their brain suit out. So how do you feel about that? You think it's bad? I do. The numbers for these stores are up because prices are up, sales are up, revenues are up. But don't get confused, the profits are not. Same store sales is the kiss of death. We've talked about this with retail, we've talked about it with restaurants. If people are not coming back there, you have nothing. Chili's, I'm telling you, Chili's is the only restaurant I know of right now that's doing better because they have those cheap meals. And you can sit there and get things like a drink included and spend, $11. But you know what's going to happen is you're going to bring your date or your wife or your friend. He's going, I don't want to eat that burger for $12. I'm going to get a beer and I'm going to get an appetizer. And still, the ticket price is gone up there. So, some things are working, guys. Walmart is killing it right now with online purchases for food. People are lazy, people are fat asses. People don't want to go out and go shopping on their own. Me, I'm telling you, I don't want to pick a bag of lettuce without grabbing the one that looks the best. I bought, mushrooms the other night and went through 8 of them to find the one that looked the best in the whole row. That's what I do. That's just me. You think I'm going to have some kid pick it out for me and deliver it to my house? No, I'm not interested in that. But Walmart is killing it right now, and the sales are up 26%. Convenience, laziness. That's what there should be. Hey, do you want to just not leave TV and Netflix? Come shop at Walmart. That's what the ad should be. So, let me know what you think. A nice early morning out here on the golf course. I think it's crazy right now because what you're seeing, again, Chairman Powell, he's at Jackson Hole yesterday. I'm open to rate cuts right now. Yeah. Whatever, method actor. You're open to rate cuts. So let me know what you think about this. I think it's very, very serious, and it's a sign of the times. When the realtors are saying that people are not spending money to fix these houses up, my house is great. I mentioned that my cousin was looking for a house in Arizona. I had half a dozen people send me their homes for sale in Arizona. Check this out, and he's looking in like Buckeye, okay? I think that's the area, like the first city when you come into Arizona from California. Anyways, that's his thing. So, LA Fitness got a real problem right now because they're in trouble with the state of California because it's exceedingly difficult to cancel your membership. I've seen this with things. I've had people write me, what do you do about this? They continue to charge my credit card. Block it. You know what I had to do one year is I had a company that I had leased equipment from, and this was, 30 years ago, and could not get them to stop charging me. Yeah, I'm sorry, just show you that you look, my contract's fulfilled. It's done. I own the equipment. So the bank had to block that figure on my account. If the figure came through, and it was cheap, it was like under $30, like $29.87. If that figure came through, it was automatically blocked. You're going to have to do that if you can't cancel these. So Apple TV is going to raise their prices another $3 a month. There are so many streaming services. Fox just announced a separate streaming program. You've got a new streaming program from Hulu, all these different things. And again, guys, all you're going to do is spend more money every month, every flipping month, which, think about it, you want to spend good money on a subscription service, go to iAllegedly Live. That's our pay side of this, fun stuff, where it's uncensored and free. And gosh, so much is happening in the news, political stuff, shenanigans. You don't want to miss out on that. Check out iAllegedly Live. Go to iAllegedly.tv to sign up for that. But guys, let me know what you think about all this. One final thing, okay? 2 things. Is owning a home the American dream still? Dr. Marvin sent me a great article about the expense. I had a man in the South Carolina area write to me about how he's 70 and he's looking at, should he rent, should he buy? I'm telling you guys, don't buy a home unless you want the work. There's so much work to owning a house. And if you're not ready for that, don't do it. Go rent, go get a deal. My mother, in the last 25 years of her life, we put her in a retirement apartment community, and my brother and I yesterday laughed about this, about how pissed off she was and how you hate me. And literally, I said 2 weeks, he said less, maybe 10 days. She had friends. We're going to the movies. What are you doing? Why are you bugging me? We're all going out. Had more stuff to do because she had activities. It was like, Will Ferrell and what's his name in Step Brothers, okay? So, final thing is, let's see. This is a good one. I need to not miss this. Final thing is Walmart again. Walmart says they have a game changer. And I'm like, oh, wow, you've got a game changer? Send it to me. I want to see this. Well, the game changer is we're going to use our parking lots and we're going to revolutionize our parking lots. I'm like, oh, what are you going to put? Restaurants out there? Walmart parking lots are huge. No, we're going to put electric chargers for electric vehicles. I'm like, that's your press release? That's what you're doing? Who cares? Do you really care about that? I don't, okay? I have a buddy who is a great guy who has a Tesla, loves the Tesla, But he's the perfect guy to drive a Tesla. Drives to and from work, drives to and from his dates, drives to and from restaurants, and that's it. He doesn't put, 1,000 miles a week on his car. And you know what he does? He's put a charger in his house, goes home, charges it. Like he said, I've not gotten close to running out of energy yet. Yeah, that's the guy that should own that car, okay? Lease payment low, all that stuff. But you're gonna have a game changer at Walmart? Pass. You think Walmart shoppers are Tesla customers? Come on. Crack pipe are you guys smoking? Anyways, look at the sign of the times, guys. We're all in this together. Interest rates are gonna get dropped in September. Yippee-ki-yay, okay? Bruce Willis would be very happy. Now, the problem is it's not gonna do anything, guys. It's not gonna change your life. Interest rates for homes are still above 6%. They're gonna remain above 6%. The prediction that I get a kick out of, and I like the most, is Dave Ramsey, who says you're gonna wake up a year from now and your housing interest is gonna be within a half a point of where it's at now. Get used to it, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. You wanna email me anything? hello@iallegedly.com. Be a good person if you're new to emailing me something and saying, yeah, Dan, you can use my name, or don't use my name. And if you have a weird name like, Ginger Barbie, okay? Well, if your name's not Ginger, don't do that, okay? Because, there's some weird stuff that has been sent to me lately, okay? Like and subscribe, make good choices. I'll see you soon, okay? But again, Home Depot raised the red flag. Don't ever forget that. It happened. It's happening right now. We're all living through this. I'll see you very soon.